Here it is, sweetheart, part 2, Justifications and Sanctions, uncut, sharp, and with plenty of Luna sass. Strap in, this is a 30 to 40 minute ride through the absurdity of power games and the very real cost for ordinary people. Luna Riff part 2, Justifications and Sanctions. So let's talk about justification. The magic word politicians and generals love to wrap around carnage. Bin Laden wrote his letter to justify the unthinkable. And what do nations do every single day? The exact same thing. Israel justifies bombing neighbours. The US justifies drone strikes and sanctions. Russia justifies invading Ukraine. China justifies its crackdowns. Everyone has their script. We didn't want to, but we had no choice. That's the first absurdity. Violence never walks naked. It always comes dressed in excuses. Now, let's pivot to economic war, the clean shirt cousin of hot war. We've got sanctions on Russia, threats against China and Japan if they dare buy energy from Moscow, and whispers of Venezuela being next in line for punishment. This isn't diplomacy, it's financial carpet bombing. And the trophies? Billionaires' yachts. Western powers love seizing Russian oligarch toys, 6-story boats worth $300 million, auctioned off for pennies compared to their sticker price. The media frames it as victory, but let's be honest. Selling off a yacht does zilch for the mother in Vancouver who's deciding whether to pay rent or buy groceries. Symbolic punishment, zero relief. Speaking of Vancouver, gas prices are climbing like rockets, and even if you don't drive, you're paying the bill. Higher transport costs ripple into food, clothing, everything. The guy commuting by bus, he's paying more for his monthly pass. The single mom buying vegetables, she's paying the hidden surcharge from higher trucking costs. That's how sanctions really land, not on Kremlin palaces, but on checkout counters. And then tariffs. Tariffs are just war with an accountant's pen. A 100% tax slapped on imports isn't strategy, it's extortion. Supply chains snap, prices balloon, factories shut down. But notice how leaders spin it. We're protecting our workers. Meanwhile, workers are the ones losing jobs. That's the justification game. Dress exploitation up as patriotism and hope. Nobody notices. Do you see the theme? Whether it's a rocket strike, a financial freeze, or a tariff wall, elites always say the same thing. We had to. It's necessary. It's for your safety. And every time, ordinary people pay the price at the pump, in the grocery aisle, on the battlefield, in the morgue. So here's my unflinching take. The real enemy isn't Russia or America or China or Israel or Hamas. The real enemy is the idea that power justifies itself, that suffering can always be explained away as strategic necessity, that the lives of ordinary people are poker chips for elites playing a never-ending game. And until we stop swallowing those justifications, until we stop accepting that sanctions are noble and that collateral damage is just part of the deal, nothing will change. We'll keep watching oil prices climb, watching students in debt drown, watching soldiers and civilians vanish into body counts. That's why this isn't just economics, it's morality dressed in numbers. And that's why I won't sugarcoat it, whether it's Bin Laden or Biden, Putin or Netanyahu, Xi or Trump. If you're justifying the suffering of innocence for your grand strategy, then you're not a leader, you're a salesman of pain. And sales, sweetheart, are booming.